So what's your food take?
We need to be thinking about the oak trees. And not just the oak trees. By this, we need to be thinking about nature. There is no food without nature. We all know this. But we see that when you think about food production and diets and all of this, it's always very anthropocentric. We're thinking about humans. How should we organize our society, our economy, our food and farming? And I think what we really need to start thinking about, how about all the other species with whom we coexist on this land? So we need to really understand what's their perspective, what's their agenda in this food production agenda. Not just the oak trees, the curlews, the barn owls, all the species with whom we coexist.
The curlews.
Curlews.
Curlews. What are curlews?
Oh, they're the birds. Yeah,
the birds.
So the species with whom we coexist. And I think for me, this is all about really integrating nature in governance and decision making on land use. And in fact, the reason I'm here today at the British Ecological Society Symposium is to present the findings of an interspecies council that we hosted with Moral Imagination and with Futures to really try and explore the perspective of other animals and species for DEFRA's land use framework consultation. And for me, this is really the missing voice in all this debate. The other species, the other life forms with whom we coexist.
And how do you get their voices into the? Because a lot of people would say that they're voiceless. So how would you?
That is a real question, And so the methodology that we used was one developed by Moral Imaginations, getting us in an imaginative state, having done some research on different species. We hosted a council, 35 of us at the council, each embodying a different species and talking on the species' behalf. So, for example, I was a butterfly species. I spent a while connecting with the butterfly, researching the particular butterfly, to be able to bring the perspective of this particular species of butterfly to the council. And for me, I was pointing out that it seemed to me that land use and food production was for humans. It seemed to me that humans had insufficiently engaged with the fact they like butterflies. And actually, if they weren't careful, very soon we will be in a world without butterflies. And so really trying to think about embodying what it means to be part of nature, which of course we are, but in our daily reality, in our academic practice, we tend to forget that, that experiential part of us that is being part of the natural world.
So we need to have more nature in our conversations about the food and the landscapes.
And feeling part of nature ourselves as we're having those conversations, which, can tend to be academic or quite scientific, quite technical, but less in terms of our, experience and the joy of being outside in nature, feeling part of in kinship with the natural world.
Yeah, great. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thanks. All right. Good.
Yeah?
Yay!
All right. Cool.